Yeah, there's often talk about creepy level of personalization. What do you think is the right level of personalization for a B2B company buying some software?
Yeah, definitely. So, and that's the biggest problem because you would have to go really at a granular level. In some way, like if you talk to marketers and stuff like that, we are more open to that. Actually, we applaud that because I just give you an example. I never, ever, ever, sorry, but I never opened cold emails and I never definitely never reply. But somebody reached out to me 2 or 3 weeks ago with an email, and they mentioned, "Hey, I saw you are a fan of X, and so that's why I think we should talk about," and so on and so on. And they actually collect information about me personally, and they found out like a personal, like a fan of a TV show, actually. And it was funny that they used that approach, right? Why did it work? And actually, it was the first time in my life that I replied to say, "Okay, you got my attention." And the idea is, okay, you're addressing a smaller company, so we are in the SMB space. We're not a large enterprise company, and you are talking to a marketer. So obviously, I want to reward your effort because I know how hard it is to personalize content, and I feel honored that you do that for me. You spent time doing your homework, right? You didn't send me the generic email, "Hey, we solved this problem. Do you have 15 minutes for a call?" No. So it's always about rewarding good outreach, right? So I'm a fan of that, and I appreciate when people like you are that, like, they do a good job in that. Nonetheless, it depends. Yeah, company size. Are you talking to larger companies or bigger companies? Customer persona. Marketers are a little bit more open. Don't do that with the head of finance. Don't do that.
Developers.
Yeah, or developers. Although I challenge you to find information about developers. They're really good at covering their online presence, right? So they're not open. And again, check territory-wise what information and what regulations and stuff like that. Some countries are really strict, and it's a matter of finding the right balance, and always putting it, hey, let's not take it too seriously, right? It's a conversation starter, and because some people might find it creepy. Did you monitor my social media to know what I like? That's weird, actually. And yeah, in B2B, you have to have limits.
There was an instance where I talked with a potential customer. They were a design agency that whose customers didn't want to reveal that all the products that they have launched are made by this design agency. So when this company used personalization, they used company name, the customers thought that, oh, you're sharing with other people that we are your customers, not that it's just personalized for you, but it's public for everyone to see. And that was a level that was not good enough already, or that was creepy level of personalization already. And that's very interesting, and then that's something to learn for every company when they implement it.
Absolutely. If you want to use like public available information, yes, right? And but especially when you mentioned, like, when it comes to your partners and your customers, you always have to have a specific process in place to make sure everybody's aware of what information is shared. So for example, from silly examples, if you go to an industry page, you see different logos, right? So to show, okay, these are our customers in this segment, but this has to be discussed with the companies, and everything, the thread is to be clear. And at the same time, yeah, like using publicly available information, if there are changes in, for example, management, or if there are some scoops about mergers and acquisitions, anything that can be used to hyper personalize your message can be used in B2B, and it's not like, so you have the personalization, hey Andy, you like this show, let's talk about it. Or you have the company, hey, I heard, congrats on purchasing or acquiring that company, how are you planning on expanding there in this, like, can I support it? In this case, there's a clearer border to what information you can have access to and utilize.